night. Past the chairs and past the fire, stuck beside the cider barrel. Who let him in? Not me! Who fed him bread? Seamus! He looked hungry! The donkey won't leave the pub, won't leave the pub, won't leave the pub. We've tried the rope, we've tried the shove, the donkey won't leave the pub. Aye, we waved a carrot by the door, he ate the carrot, asked for more. We shook a bucket full of grain, he turned around and stayed again. Listen here, donkey, the stable is outside. There's hay outside. There are other donkeys outside. He has made his choice. Sully! Hey! Tried to lead him west. Young Finn said he knew best. The baker pulled, the blacksmith swore. The donkey sat down on the floor. He sat down like a landlord. Fair enough. The donkey won't leave the pub, won't leave the pub, won't leave the pub. We've tried the rope, we've tried the shove, the donkey won't leave the pub. At 10 we tried persuasion. No. At 11 negotiation. No. Now we've all just given up. Pour one more and sweep around. Patrick owns the place now. Same time tomorrow, Patrick. Hey! 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 Right, nobody leaves. Aye! Murphy's boots are missing again. Again. Murphy's boots are missing again. One was here at 10:30. If you find them, shout his name. Murphy's boots are gone again. He left them drying by the fire, swore they smelled like peat and wire, turned around to order stout. One boot in, one boot out. Hey! Murphy's boots are missing again. One was here at 10:30. If you find them, shout his name. Murphy's boots are gone again. Seamus, did you take them? Wouldn't fit. Too big. Molly? Wouldn't touch them. Too wet. Finn? I saw a dog leave with one. A dog! And past the ale, out the door and down the trail. Murphy hopping in his socks, cursing dogs and muddy ducks. Left foot freezing, right foot bare. Someone saw it by the chair. Someone swore it across the floor. Then we found one by the door. Murphy's boots are missing again. One was here at 10:30. If you find them, shout his name. Murphy's boots are gone again. On the landlord's head. Hey! Hey! Murphy's boots are back again. One was lost since 10:30. One held tunes and one held ale. Neither one survived the tale. Murphy's boots are back at last, wet with rain and smelling vast. Tie them down before we pour, or they'll be missing once more.
set my pint beside the fire, turned to greet old Brian there. Turned back once and someone else was drinking it without a care.
Too slow, she stole my pint right from my hand. Well, near enough, you understand. I'd bought it fresh, I'd barely tried. She raised the glass and drank with pride.
Red hair tied behind her head, one muddy boot, one lace half dead. Old green coat and crooked grin, like taking drinks was no great sin. I said that stout was mine, you know. She looked at me and answered slow,
"You left it there, what could I do?"
A terrible excuse. So I bought another, kept it near, put one hand around the glass. Brian asked me where I'd been, I looked away, she moved fast.
Too slow again, she stole my pint, then took my chair, then somehow wore old Seamus' hat. I asked her how she'd managed that.
Practice. Now this is where I made my mistake. I bought two, one for me, one as bait. She took both, of course she did. Who drank the first?
She did.
Who drank the next?
She did.
Who took my chair?
She did.
Who am I buying for now? Her.
She stole my pint, she stole my chair, she stole the hat old Seamus wears. She stole my pint, but truth be told, I bought the next before my mind was cold. She stole my pint, and by last call I didn't mind the theft at all. For every drink she stole that night, I found one reason not to fight.
So I watched my final pint till closing time, then drank it myself at last. I came ashore with 11 fish, a torn old coat and one great wish to sell the lot, collecting my pay and leave before the end of day. Then red hair flashed beside the quay, and there went every plan for me. Red-haired girl by Galway Bay stole my sense and spoiled my day. I brought fish, she brought trouble. By sunset both had doubled. Hey! I told her I'd crossed the sea. She pointed at my boat near me. I said I'd fought a raging whale. She looked at me, that's quite a tale. It was mostly some of it. Red-haired girl by Galway Bay. She challenged me to dance around. I nearly put poor Finn aground. One turn left, two steps wrong, but somehow she kept me along. I dropped my hat, she kicked it back. I lost one fish beside the stack. 10 fish now. She said, "You fishermen never stop." I said, "Only when the fiddles drop." She spun around, I followed through, and somehow finally learned the view. By closing time my fish were gone, my money too, my coat half torn, but she was still beside my side, so I'd call that a decent tide. Red-haired girl by Galway Bay stole my sense and spoiled my day. Lost my fish, lost half my pay, still I do it all today. Red-haired girl by Galway Bay, fiddle fast and feet away. 11 fish came home with me, none survived till 3:30. was warm, the lamps were low, the rain had yet to fall. Old Murphy wiped the wooden bar and listened to the hall. The fiddler tuned a quieter string, the fire gave one sigh, and somewhere far beyond the glass a dark cloud crossed the sky. One quiet pint before the storm, one little fire to keep us warm, one gentle song before the rain comes beating on the window pane. One quiet pint before the storm, before the night turns wild and torn. So sit a while and raise it slow, there's nowhere else we need to go. The first wind shook the hanging sign, the chimney gave a moan. A farmer pulled his collar tight and said, I'm staying home. Young Finn looked out toward the road, then laughed and shut the door. For weather like this, Murphy said, you always pour one more. One quiet pint before the storm, one little fire to keep us warm, one gentle song before the rain comes beating on the window pane. One quiet pint before the storm, before the night turns wild and torn. So sit a while and raise it slow, there's nowhere else we need to go. By midnight every road was black, the river climbed the stone, the thunder rolled across the fields, but no one sat alone. The baker shared his final loaf, the sailor shared his coat, and every time the window shook we answered with a no. To dry boots, aye, to warm fires, that hold, aye, and to whoever has to walk home in this, not me. One quiet pint before the storm, one little fire to keep us warm, one gentle song before the rain comes beating on the window pane. One quiet pint before the storm, though now the whole night howls and roars, we'll stay until the morning light and let the weather have the night. One quiet pint before the storm. At 8:30, found one bent coin and nothing great. No silver there, no note to spend, but somehow that had never stopped me then. A pocket full of nothing, not a penny to my name, but if the fiddle keeps on playing, I'll be dancing just the same. A pocket full of nothing and an empty purse besides. If money buys a better night, tonight will prove it lies. Old Patrick Patrick owed me £50. Finn owed reasons Christmas town. Seamus claimed he'd pay me soon. He said that every bloody June. I searched my sleeve, I searched my shoe, found one old button split in two. Worth anything, sentimental value. Hey! Murphy my good hat in payment for a pint of stout that had us holes. Ventilation, still no. So Finn bought one, I bought him two. Don't ask me how the numbers grew. By 10 o'clock we'd somehow made a round that nobody had paid. A pocket full of nothing, not a penny to my name. But if the fiddle keeps on playing, I'll be dancing just the same. We traded him a tune with pride. The fiddler played, the whistle flew, and somehow half the night went too. No banker came, no coins appeared, but every empty glass was cleared. And when the landlord brought the bill, well, put it somewhere safe. Where? Near Finn. A pocket full of nothing, not a penny to my name. But fiddle fast and whistle high, we'll carry on the same. A pocket full of nothing, still I choose this night again. For a full purse buys you plenty, but it can't buy better friends. On the bill, ask Finn, I'm leaving. With flour on her sleeve, a basket of bread and no plan to leave. She set it down by the old stone wall, then smiled when the fiddler called for all. I fixed my coat, I checked my hair, I crossed the room like I belonged there. Round and round with the baker's daughter, quick on the heel and light as water. Left foot, right foot, turn her. Try not to fall when the fiddle comes down. Hey! I bowed too low and kicked a chair, spilled half a pint through Seamus' hair. She laughed so hard she missed the beat, then grabbed my hand and moved my feet. You dance like a cart with a broken wheel, but I'm improving. The baker's daughter, quick on the heel and light as water. Left foot, right foot, turn her around. Try not to fall when the fiddle comes down. Hey! Her father walked in carrying bread, saw me spinning and shook his head. He looked at me from shoe to face like I'd wandered into the wrong damn place. You break her heart, you mop the floor. Fair enough. The bread went cold, the lamps burned low, and still I tried to steal the show. I missed a turn, I lost the beat, but somehow stayed upon my feet. By then I'd learned one useful thing. When she moved left, I didn't swing. When she moved right, I followed through. A minor miracle, but still it grew. Round and round with the baker's daughter, quick on the heel and light as water. Left went cold, the night went long, and every step became a song. Not bad for a broken wheel. Galway town, and I've been thrown down every one. One for work and one for drink, and one where sensible men don't think. I took the first at 9:30, with 2 good boots and weather fine. By noon I'd lost my hat somewhere, and joined a cart bound God knows where. 3 roads out of Galway, pick one and away. One for trouble, one for whiskey, one to waste the day. 3 roads out of Galway, I'll take whichever bends, for every road worth walking has a drink somewhere it ends. The driver swore he knew the way, then asked me where we were at 3. I said, "You're driving." He said, "That's true." A worrying answer coming from you. Hey! We passed through rain, we passed through Clare, we passed one in and stopped right there. I meant 1 pint, we ordered 4. Then somebody locked the stable door. Was that you? Could have been. Was it? Definitely! 3 roads out of Galway, went east for work, lost the job. Went west for gold, found a pub. Went north for sense, turned around. Went south, I don't remember that one. Oh, 3 roads out of Galway, pick one and away. If the road keeps twisting, we'll keep moving anyway. 3 roads out of Galway, and when the night is done, we'll swear we're heading homeward. Then take another one. Hey! Town, and I've been thrown down every one. One for work and one for drink, and one where sensible men don't think. I took the first at 9:30, with 2 good boots and weather fine. By noon I'd lost my hat somewhere, and joined a cart bound God knows where. 3 roads out of Galway, pick one and away. One for trouble, one for whiskey, one to waste the day. 3 roads out of Galway, I'll take whichever bends, for every road worth walking has a drink somewhere it ends. The driver swore he knew the way, then asked me where we were at 3. I said, "You're driving." Fisherman, he said, that's true. A worrying answer coming from you. Hey! We passed through rain,
We passed through Clare,
we passed one in,
and stopped right there.
I meant one pint.
We ordered 4.
Then somebody locked the stable door. Was that you? Could have been. Was it? Definitely!
3 roads out of Galway.
Went east for work,
Lost the job.
went west for gold,
Found a pub.
went north for sense,
Turned around.
went south. I don't remember that one. Oh,
3 roads out of Galway.
pick one and away. If the road keeps twisting, we'll keep moving anyway.
3 roads out of Galway.
And when the night is done, we'll swear we're heading homeward. Then take another one. Hey! The tavern door was closing slow. The lamps were burning thin. I pulled my coat around my neck and let the cold come in. The harbour bells were somewhere near, beyond the sleeping streets, and every stone beneath my boots knew where I meant to be. I've worked in Cork and sailed from Clare. I've slept where roads divide. I've chased a wage through winter towns and watched the summer slide. But every place I left behind was only passing through. For somewhere past the harbour wall, the morning carried you. Home by the morning ferry, home with the rising light, past the gulls and silver water, past the fading night. Home by the morning ferry, let the old bell ring. I've wandered long enough now, take me home again. The baker lit his windows first. A cart rolled through the square. A fisherman untied his ropes. Cold salt was in the air. I bought a cup beside the quay and watched the eastern glow. Funny how the closer home becomes, the slower minutes go. Home with the rising light, past the gulls and silver water, past the fading night. Home by the morning ferry, let the old bell ring. I've wandered long enough now, take me home again. I've seen Belfast under rain and Dublin dressed in gold. I've heard 100 strangers say their towns would never grow old. I followed work, I followed love, I followed foolish pride. But every road I ever took still bent toward this tide. There she is, the ferry, the newborn day, past the roofs and green hills waiting, just across the bay. Home by the morning ferry, let the harbour sing. I've wandered long enough now, take me home again. Home by the morning ferry, no more roads tonight, just one shore getting closer in the early lights. Home again. Home again. Whiskey for the broken heart, one small glass before we part, not to bring her back to me, just to blur the memory. She left on Tuesday after rain, took her coat and took the train, left the kettle, left the chair, left one ribbon hanging there. She took the dog, no, worse than that, she took the good umbrella. Hey! Or Seamus said you'll heal in time, Murphy said you'll be just fine, Finn said there are plenty more, then all three stared down at the floor. I bought the round, they drank it fast, advice is cheap, but stout won't last. Whiskey for the broken heart, one small glass before we part, not to bring her back to me, just to blur the memory. I found her note beneath the plate, 8 short lines and 1 wrong date. You're a decent man, the letter read, never good when that comes first. She wished me well, she needed space, she hoped someday we'd still be friends. That sentence nearly killed me. Truth is, I knew before she left, the room had gone too quiet. 2 people can sit side by side and still be miles apart. So here's to what was good in it, and what was never meant to stay. I'll curse her name till Thursday, then probably miss her Friday. For the broken heart, raise the glass and make a start, not to drown what used to be, but toast the fool she left in me. Hey, whiskey for the broken heart, every ending has its part. She took my love, she took my pride, and took the bloody umbrella besides. That umbrella. Hey! Right then, coin in sight.
The boys who never paid the bill. Drink it fast and run uphill.
Leave the landlord shouting still.
The boys who never paid the bill.
There was Connor with the crooked hat. Always knew where the back door sat. He'd raise his glass and shout, "My round!" Then vanish when the tray came around. Connor!
The boys who never paid the bill. Drink it fast and run uphill. Leave the landlord shouting still. The boys who never paid the bill.
Young Padraig swore he lost his purse, then found enough to order first. He checked his coat, his boots, his sleeve. Funny how you always find enough before you leave.
Hooray!
And Liam had the finest trick. He'd fall asleep when bills came quick. You'd shake his chair, you'd shout his name. "I'm terribly unwell." "You're snoring." "Exactly."
The boys who never paid the bill. Drink it fast and run uphill. Leave the landlord shouting still. The boys who never paid the bill. Oh!
Evidence number 1, Connor's hat.
Guilty!
Evidence number 2, Padraig's empty purse.
Guilty!
Evidence number 3, Liam pretending to be dead. I object.
Very guilty!
Sentence!
Pay the bill!
Hey! 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 Then Sunday night the door flew wide, and all 3 fools came back inside. No silver coins, no notes to spend, but dragged a live pig in at the end. What in God's name is that? Payment for what? Everything. Almost everything.
The boys who finally paid the bill.
Not with coin, but something still. Now there's a pig behind the till,
And 3 more pints upon the bill.
3 more! Put it on, Connor!
Put it on, Liam!
I'm asleep! Hey! Hey! Molly climbed the harbour wall at somewhere close to 3:30. I asked her what she thought she'd prove, that you can't dance as well as me. Molly danced on the harbour wall, never slipped and never fell. I tried once, I nearly drowned. She did the second round as well. Her boots struck stone, her red coat flew. She danced 1 step, then 22. I climbed beside her full of pride, and nearly vanished off the side. Nobody saw that, I saw it. Nobody important. Molly danced on the harbour wall. Hey! A sailor offered half his pay to see her keep it up till day. She took the bet, then doubled mine. A terrible changed their pace.
I said, do you ever stop when you win? So never!
To shame us all, fiddle high and boots below. Nobody knew when she would slow. Molly danced till morning light. I survived the bloody night. Next time someone calls my name, I'm watching from the safer lane. Hey! Lanterns burning, boots still moving, nobody's calling it a night. One more fiddle, one more story, one more tune before the light. Sing until the lanterns fade, play until the morning. Keep the fiddle running hot till daylight comes without a warning. Sing until the lanterns fade, don't let the fire fall. One more tune, one more turn, then one more after all. Finn forgot the second line, Seamus joined the beat behind. Murphy swore he knew the tune, he learned the bloody thing in June. Did you? Parts of it! Hey! Candles shorter, night grows thin, still the concertina kicks back in. Bodhrán rolling, bouzouki bright, nobody's slowing down tonight. Sing until the lanterns fade. For every road, hey! Sing. For every friend, sing. For every foolish night we gladly live again. Sing. Hey! Oh! Sing until the lanterns fade, play until the morning. Fiddle fast and whistle high, the eastern sky is forming. Sing until the lanterns fade, let the final tune begin. If daylight wants to stop us, daylight better learn to sing. One more! You said that 3 songs ago, and I meant it. Every time. chair in, same old coat and crooked grin, raised one finger toward the bar. Don't make me walk too bloody far. One more song for old Tom, keep the fiddle rolling on. Not too slow and not too sad, play the ones that make him glad. He knew which clock was running late, which man would lie about his weight. He knew who owed a pint to Finn, and exactly when the rain came in. He'd swear he once outran a train, then changed the town and date again. Every year the tale grew tall, there wasn't any train at all. Never stopped it! He sang the chorus 2 lines late, tapped his boot beside the grate, never knew the verses right, but somehow finished every night. He'd bring the baker half a trout, fix a chair before heading out, and if a stranger sat alone, Tom made sure they felt at home. One more song for old Tom, keep the fiddle rolling on. Not too slow and not too sad, play the ones that make him glad. One Friday Tom came walking through, in polished boots and jacket new. We asked him why he looked so grand. I've got a woman's hand to ask. We nearly dropped our drinks. Did she say yes? She did! Poor woman! One more song for old Tom, keep the fiddle rolling on. Raise it high and play it bright, he's got somewhere else tonight. One more song for old Tom, let the whistle carry on. Third chair empty for a while, but Tom left wearing quite a smile. Same chair next Friday, if she lets me. There's the Tom we know.
One broken stool, 2 black eyes, 3 missing buttons, and somebody's coat is in the soup. Right, let's start from the beginning. 1 pint tipped, 1 word said, 1 fool stood, and trouble spread. I saw the whole thing plain as day. Connor put his glass away, Finn walked past and bumped his chair. He kicked it, I wasn't there. 1 pint tipped, 1 word said, 1 fool stood, and trouble spread. No, you've got it wrong. It started halfway through a song. Someone shouted, that tune's too slow. Who? I don't know. Helpful! I only came to bring the bread. Then someone threw a cap at Ned. Ned threw it back, missed by a mile, hit the priest. I was outside. Wrong man! 1 pint tipped, 1 word said, 1 fool stood, and trouble
tea. Tea? For my mother.
In this pub?
She likes the atmosphere. Then who spilled the pint?
The cat! The cat! The cat jumped up, the glass went down. Connor slipped and spun around. Seamus ducked, the baker swore, and Murphy fell straight through the door. 1 pint tipped, 1 word said, 1 full stood, and trouble spread. But if you ask who started it, the cat! And where is the cat? By the fire, sleeping naturally. Whoa! 1 pint tipped, 1 word said,
Half the pub ended seeing red. Next time trouble starts to rise.
watch the cats.
And someone get that coat out of the soup. For Donegal at 9 with weather good and spirits fine. Finn had the map, I had the ale. That was the first mistake in the tale.
We took the wrong road to Donegal. Wrong road, wrong turn, wrong way all.
If Finn says left then turn around, we've learned that lesson mile by mile. At 10 we passed the same old tree. At 11,
Same tree.
at 12 old Finn looked at the map and held the bloody thing upside down. Finn,
A minor detail.
hey! We crossed the bridge, we crossed it twice. Asked one farmer for advice. He pointed north and pointed west. We should have listened to the man with the vest.
We took the wrong road to Donegal. Wrong road, wrong turn, wrong way all.
One wheel roll,
One boot vanished.
nobody knows. And somehow Seamus found a goat. It followed me. You were feeding it. That may have helped. Hey! Hey! We reached Donegal near morning light. About 12 hours later than right. Finn stepped down, looked proud as sin. Told you lads I'd get us in.
We took the wrong road to Donegal. Wrong road, wrong turn, wrong way all.
Lost 1 wheel and half our pride, but had a damn good road to ride. Finn! You're not hauling the map home. Wait! Wait! Wait!
Wait.
I left the pub at 10:30. Said I know a shorter way. Old Murphy laughed and raised his glass.
We'll see you Tuesday.
It was Saturday. I crossed the field behind the mill, climbed one wall and crossed one hill, then found a stream where no stream ought to be according to my thought. I stepped on what looked like a stone. It wasn't.
Shoes full of river water, mud up to my knee. If this is the shorter road, the long one's fine with me.
I found a bridge 2 fields away, or what had been a bridge that day. 1 plank left, 1 rope gone. I stood there thinking far too long. A farmer shouted from the lane,
Don't cross that!
good advice!
A little late. Shoes full of river water, rain inside my coat. Lost my hat beside the bridge and nearly joined the goat.
Then came the cow, through nettles high. One boot stayed somewhere passing by. I turned around to fetch it back, then slipped directly off the track into a ditch. A deep one, very educational. One shoe full of river water, one shoe lost behind, but in places God himself would struggle hard to find. Hey! At last I saw my cottage light, like heaven shining through the night. I reached the gate at 4:30. My wife was waiting by the door. She looked me up, she looked me down, she looked at where my boot had drowned. Shortcut? Aye. Worth it? Not especially. Shoes full of river water, mud from head to knee. Next time Murphy says the road is good for me. Hey! Shoes full of river water, had somewhere in Clare. One good boot and half my pride, but somehow I got there. Where's the other boot? Hey! Long story. Long story. Lanterns burning, boots still moving, nobody's calling it a night. One more fiddle, one more story, one more tune before the light. Sing until the lanterns fade, play until the morning. Keep the fiddle running hot till daylight comes without a warning. Sing until the lanterns fade, don't let the fire fall. One more tune, one more turn, then one more after all. Finn forgot the second line, Seamus joined the beat behind. Murphy swore he knew the tune, he learned the bloody thing in June. Did you? Parts of it! Hey! Candles shorter, night grows thin, still the concertina kicks back in. Bodhrán rolling, bouzouki bright, nobody's slowing down tonight. Sing until the lanterns fade. For every road, hey! Sing. For every friend, sing. For every foolish night we gladly live again. Sing. Hey! Oh! Sing until the lanterns fade, play until the morning. Fiddle fast and whistle high, the eastern sky is forming. Sing until the lanterns fade, let the final tune begin. If daylight wants to stop us, daylight better learn to sing. One more. You said that 3 songs ago, and I meant it. Every time. Murphy turned the lantern low and pointed gently at the door. We'd sworn an hour earlier we wouldn't order any more. Finn was wearing Seamus's coat, Seamus had somebody's hat. Molly carried half a loaf, and no one knew where she got that. The rain had stopped, the street was black, the moon hung over town. So 20 foolish feet stepped out and started walking down. Left foot, right foot, mind the stones below. One more mile, one more song, and homeward we will go. At Brennan's Lane old Patrick stopped. His cottage stood nearby. He waved his cap and told us all he'd see us by and by. Same time Friday,
Thursday,
even better. And off he went beneath the trees, still singing out of key.
hey! Left foot, right foot, mind the stones below. One more mile, one more song, and homeward we will go.
At Market Cross young Finn turned west, with Molly at his side. He tried to say a grand goodbye.
You live 2 doors from mine.
He nodded like this proved his point, and bowed against the wall. Then both disappeared around the bend, still arguing through it all. By Miller's Bridge there were just 4, then 3 beside the hill. Seamus stopped to find his house.
He walked straight past it still.
I knew that.
You did not.
I was checking something.
What?
The road.
Of course.
Left foot, right foot, mind the stones below. One more mile, one more song, and homeward we will go.
The houses thin, the voices to the eastern sky turned grey. One by one the doors took friends and carried them away. A wave, a laugh, a final joke, a promise shouted low.
One more mile, one more song, and homeward we will go.
Then suddenly the road was mine, no footsteps at my side, just chimney smoke and morning birds, and fields stretched open wide. My coat smelled faintly of the fire, my boots were wet with dew, and half the songs we sang that night I'm certain no one knew. But somewhere back behind the hill that little lantern glowed, and somehow every foolish night made lighter every road.
Left foot,
Right foot,
Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot, mind the stones below. One more mile, one more song, and homeward we will go.
raise one glass for Murphy's fire, for every friend we know, for nights too short and roads too long and nowhere else to go.
Left foot, right foot,
Morning starts to show,
tonight we took the long way home. Tomorrow back we go.
So here's to every tavern light that waits against the rain. To every road that takes us out and brings us home again. To every friend who walked a while before they turned away. We'll meet again at Murphy's door. Another Friday day. Actually, what day is